Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me. It's the Triple E, guys. We're back again with another react video. This one is near and dear to my heart because it actually broke my son's heart to find out that his favorite player, now I'm not gonna mention any names, was about to come and play for the AAA baseball team before he went to the San Diego Padres. You get my drift? You get me? You get me? You get me right here? Right here? Right here? Right here? Okay, we're still there, but we're not mentioning any names, but he got in trouble for testing positive for some performance-enhancing drugs, guys. Suspended for 80 games and also forfeiting his salary for the rest of the year, guys. So yeah, definitely is going to be a problem again, just like in the early 2000s, late 90s, when they had that whole steroid scandal and the performance-enhancing drugs. We have it right here again, guys. So we found this video, guys. All credit and the original link is going to be in the description of this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys check out for more reaction videos from me, the Triple E, guys. So here we go.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it off.
This offseason, MLB completely stopped testing for PEDs.
All right.
Last season, they didn't test a single player for human growth
Zero.
hormone. And in the month of August alone,
Now, I don't know if that was during COVID. Is that why? That was during COVID? I'm not too sure.
Including an 80-game suspension for Fernando Tatis Jr.
There he is. There's the man. I ain't gonna mention his name, but there's the man right there.
Coming up with an excuse so bizarre and far-fetched, he's been universally labeled as not only a cheater, but a liar, and also an idiot. However, his excuse actually makes sense.
Don't go that far as to tell the man that he's an idiot. Come on. Doesn't his parents already tell him he's an idiot? Don't his friends tell him he's already an idiot? And now the whole world knows that he's an idiot, a liar, and a cheater? That kind of sounds familiar, but not as iconic as Eddie Guerrero, guys. Let's go.
Based on the test results, when he took it and why, it doesn't really add up for Tatis to take the PED he's accused of taking on purpose. Whether Tatis took PEDs or not, players across the league definitely are and have been for over 100 years. Babe Ruth reportedly got a boost by injecting himself with an extract from sheep testicle. This made him...
Okay. Babe, sheep testicles? Come on, man. You know that there was probably something out there in the 20s that was better than sheep testicles? Here, roll it.
Sick, and he had to miss a game with a stomach ache. In the past 5 years, 80% of MLB PED tests came from Dominican-born players. The same country Tatis is from, where PEDs can be bought in convenience stores without prescription. According to reports,
now I haven't heard a story about that, about Dominican Republic and all of the people taking performance-enhancing drugs, because it's like all these Latin countries, it's all available for you.
Ridiculous made-up stories ever told, and just like Fernando Tatis'
this guy's
ridiculous-sounding story, nobody ever believes them. On August 12, 2022,
Not
MLB
really.
announced the suspension of Fernando Tatis.
Since
then,
80
Adidas
games.
has terminated their multi-million-dollar endorsement deal. Former pitcher Jonathan Powell.
See, that's what happens. You have an endorsement deal. You have to keep a clean slate. Anything like this, even this small, 80 games, one offense, and they're going to cut ties with you.
Said he would
just ask Tiger Woods. Oh, my bad.
Drill him every time he faced him. His own teammates said he needed to grow up and that the Padres, quote, didn't need anyone else, and his general manager said the team no longer trusted Tatis and needed him to mature. Villainizing players who test positive is standard practice.
I mean, he plays soccer as a warm-up, guys. While his arm was still fractured before he started doing therapy.
Golden was the first, all the way back in 1889, when he admitted to taking brown Sequard Elixir, a testosterone supplement derived from the testicles of sheeps and dogs. In the 80s,
man, these guys sure love getting them balls.
Way more dangerous and
playing
way
baseball,
more illegal than what is used
drinking.
Today. Tim Raines admitted to keeping
some
a
serum from
of
testicles,
in his back
some
pocket
cocaine in your pocket.
Games,
Look at this.
and only slid head first so he didn't break it.
Wow.
This problem peaked for MLB in 1985 when 11 players were called in front of the Pittsburgh Grand Jury.
So let me get this. He had a vial of cocaine inside his pocket every time he played. Slid head first, so that way it wouldn't break or fall out of his pocket. That That's pretty smart.
To testify with their involvement with the substance.
It's not smart. It's not smart at all, kids.
Pirates
not smart
mascot being sentenced to prison
Dude,
for
Big
supplying
Bird
the
got
players
sent
with
to
powder.
jail?
And then there were steroids, causing arguably the biggest PED scandal in sports
Huge.
history, forever giving MLB the reputation of a league filled with PED users. But compared to other sports, this really isn't the case. And
Freddie
today,
Freeman, baby.
MLB may have the strongest testing
Vladdy
system
Jr.
out of any of the major American teams.
Please tell me that they're not taking any performance-enhancing drugs. They're really good players. Bryce Harper,
7 times a season. The average NBA player got tested half as frequently.
3.5. That's a difference right there. That's a 3.5 difference.
Instead of the more sophisticated
Stay in
and
school.
accurate biomarker test MLB uses. The test NFL and NBA players get only detects HGH if it was injected
LeBron
10
James
to 20
is gonna
hours
flop
before the test is taken. And on game days, players aren't even allowed to be blood tested
Like Carmelo
until
Anthony?
the game is over. Meaning, if you take HGH at midnight, the morning of a game, in the small likelihood that you are tested, it will be out of your system. And in the NBA, just to
Something
be safe,
smart to think
players get
about,
an extra
basketball
90
players.
minutes
Something
from
smart
the
to
time
think
they're
about.
told they're being tested until they actually have to take the test.
Yep.
But MLB testing is far from perfect. In fact, in 2021, they didn't give a single HGH test due to the pandemic.
Yeah,
And this
that's what I was gonna say.
offseason,
Due to the
MLB wasn't
pandemic,
even
that's why
allowed
they
to
didn't do
test
them.
players because of the league-wide lockout, giving players
And then
a
lockout, they
great
couldn't do anything.
opportunity to
If the
take
players didn't get paid,
PEDs
they couldn't do
without
anything to them.
detection. Fernando Tatis Jr.
I knew that.
claims he is not one of these players.
Oh,
On
God.
the day his positive test went public, he released a statement saying that he took the banned substance clostebol, but
My
didn't
God.
know he was taking it. That night, his mother came to his defense on Instagram, posting
Of course,
several
your
pictures
mom's
of a
gonna
rash
protect you.
he
Look
had
at
on
that.
his
It
neck,
looked like he had
saying
ringworm.
The positive test came from a medication
Did look like he had
used to treat
ringworm.
his skin condition. A few days later, his
But I'm not
father
too sure
went
if he
on a
did or
radio
not.
show claiming Tatis got ringworm
Due
from
to a haircut.
and used a topical spray with the ingredient clostebol, a banned substance that, according to Tatis's dad, added no strength or on-field performance whatsoever.
I mean,
this
okay.
explanation seems far-fetched, but it is nothing compared to past excuses. Barry Bonds admitted to taking PEDs,
Yes.
but said he only took them because he thought
he was
they
taking
were
flaxseed
oil.
oil.
Ryan Braun set the record for
Really?
having the highest testosterone
Flaxseed?
levels
Come
in
on,
the
Barry.
history
Your
of
head's
MLB
that big? You're not that
PED
smart?
testing, with levels twice as high as the person with the previous record.
Damn.
Braun claimed he only tested positive because the person handling his sample sabotaged
Anti-Semitic
him because
Cubs
he was
fan.
a Cubs fan and was
Jeez.
anti-Semitic. Braun ended up winning the appeal, getting his
Jeez.
suspension reversed. A year later, he got caught again and was suspended 65 games. Melky Cabrera failed
my
the test
God.
in 2012. He made a fake website.
Shouldn't that tell you
with
something? If you said like you as a Major League Baseball Players Association and all the lawyers should kick yourself in the behind because you guys let him go because he says anti-Semitic Cubs fan, and then he tested it again. He tested again, and then he ended up testing positive again. Oh, oy vey.
fake supplements and started running ads for it, then pretended like he saw one of the ads while browsing the web,
Nice.
then bought a supplement from the fake website, which actually turned out to be synthetic testosterone,
Sweet.
causing a positive test. MLB found out this was a lie
That's gonna do it.
immediately and suspended him 50 games.
50 games for
Fernando
Melky
Tatis
Cabrera.
Jr.'s excuse was also immediately
I didn't know. I don't know how to
dismissed.
use the
Several doctors
internet.
spoke out saying an anabolic steroid would never be prescribed for ringworm. A dermatologist claimed that a different topical steroid called clobetasol is, hinting that Tatis tested
Maybe
positive
Google
for clostebol,
clobetasol and
Googled it, got the drug confused with a similar sounding drug, clobetasol, found out that clobetasol is used to heal skin rashes,
Eczema.
then claimed he had ringworm,
Dermatitis,
so he could say he used it for his
monkeypox.
skin. The problem is, clobetasol doesn't help ringworm and doesn't have the substance he tested positive for.
So then
but
he
these
exactly
doctors
knew
were
then.
actually wrong. But before we get to why they're wrong,
So
a
he
quick
actually
word
knew.
from today's sponsor. If you think you may be feeling depressed,
All right, so we're gonna skip this again really quick, guys. Like I said, if you have any mental health issues or anything like that, make sure you go and check that out. So here we go.
but Tatis is from the Dominican Republic, where it is legal and widely available. Unlike what this German
Okay, once again, it is legal in the Dominican Republic, just like in Mexico. It's legal to get a lot of medications that you can't get here. You can get a lot of stuff over there without a prescription. All you have to do is just swindle your way and give them money. And I guess that's the way they're doing it here in the Dominican Republic as well. So
dermatologist claimed Tatis didn't get clostebol confused with the medication clobetasol because the medication he actually claims to have taken was a topical spray called Trophobol, which does contain clostebol and is used for
they have the
several
prices
skin
right there on the
conditions.
side as well.
But would it actually be
They have the
prescribed
prices
for
right on there.
ringworm? Dr. David Chow and Jacob Cisneros polled 3 different pharmacies in the Dominican. 2 said that there are better medications to take for ringworm, but agreed that Trophobol is widely available. The 3rd said that they regularly sell it to patients with ringworm. So the notion of Tatis being told to use this for ringworm is plausible, but if he did, why doesn't he have proof?
That is
true. In the Dominican Republic, most medications, including PEDs, can be bought in pharmacies by anyone without a prescription. So even if Tatis is telling the truth, he wouldn't have a prescription to prove it. It also is why players from the Dominican seem to be doing more steroids than anybody else. Since PED testing began in MLB,
baseball's life over there. They need to make a life. They need to make a living outside of the Dominican Republic.
They make up 80% of positive
80% of positive tests, guys. That's only 20% is another nationality.
Wow. Can sign to a major league team as early as 16 years old. Most of these players go to an academy to train full time,
just like
in
those
their preteens.
international soccer players, man. Except for I don't know if they test over there or for PEDs or anything.
Inside these academies were on steroids. According to at least one account, it isn't uncommon for a player to start juicing at age 11 or 12, and some of these players may not even have a choice. According to one player at his academy, he was given what he thought were protein shakes. In reality, it was a cocktail of PEDs he never had any idea he was taking. Pedro Martinez says that 99% of Dominican players who test positive don't even know what drug it is because they're given supplements by their coach/agent without
just like
any
a career
choice or knowledge of what's in it. The average income in the Dominican Republic is $7,000
I didn't say
a year.
that.
A player who signs a $50,000 contract gets cut 2 years later without even coming close to the major leagues. Still makes life-changing money. So the decision to take PEDs
any money from outside of the Dominican Republic, especially in America, is going to be more than what they've lived with. So yeah, of course they're going to do whatever it takes.
They're more likely to get caught because they can't afford the sophisticated substances, doctors, blood tests, constant testing, and everything that goes into taking and making PEDs undetectable.
Bad example.
6 Dominican players were suspended recently for all taking
6 minor league players get 60 game ban. Wow.
Stanozolol, a PED that has been used since the 80s and can apparently stay in your system.
Can we all appreciate a great Jerry curl and not appreciate that?
With enough money would never take this. Fernando Tatis Jr. doesn't have this problem. He just signed a $340 million contract.
That he's not going to see.
Taking clostebol might be the last thing he'd choose. Clostebol is an old anabolic steroid that compared to other steroids is extremely mild when it comes to building strength and muscle. The only reason an athlete would take this is because it doesn't have a ton of side effects and it used to be hard to detect. But due to better testing,
I was going to say, better technology, they can get anything, bro. Even from a strand of hair.
An even worse drug for Tatis
That's how they do drug tests sometimes.
Clostebol is known to slow down bone healing. In 2021, Tatis separated his shoulder 5 times.
Just from a swing. Look at that. Just from a swing. Look at that. You see that?
He declined.
Weak bones right there. That is not Fernando Tatis, guys. I just want you guys to know that's not Fernando Tatis right there on the motorcycle.
And fracture his wrist. And didn't tell the Padres until he got to spring training. When asked when the motorcycle crash happened, he responded by saying, quote, "Which one?" After a month of rehab, his manager claimed he gained 10 pounds of muscle. But before and after pics of Tatis.
I mean, if you notice, 2021, he looks a little bit bigger than 2022, which is over here. I don't see any difference in him. Maybe, I don't know. He didn't work out much because he couldn't, because he had a broken wrist. I don't know.
Tatis don't show any significant muscle gain. And coming off an injury, it makes way more sense for him to take something like HGH, just known to speed up healing as good as anything.
Beautiful hair he has. Look at that.
Biomarker test, it seems almost undetectable. The only MLB player to ever be suspended for HGH was A-Rod, and he never even failed a test.
Full year too. Full year for A-Rod.
To take clostebol, which isn't that effective, is easy to detect and prohibits
healing,
which is why he's had so many injuries. Or he's
I'm laying down for a shoulder again too,
which on the surface seems far-fetched, but clostebol does have a history of causing false positives. A Norwegian
is that Caitlyn? Okay, no, it's not Caitlyn Jenner.
Here had a very similar story after claiming she tested positive for clostebol
a
because a team doctor gave her a lotion to stop sunburn on her lips. The team doctor later
She got bionic
resigned,
legs.
admitting fault.
Look like that
Another
Leo skates.
athlete claimed he tested positive because he had intercourse with a woman
And
who was
he
using
got
a cream
monkeypox.
with clostebol in it. This was later tested in a lab using 2 couples as subjects, and they both tested positive, proving that this is a possibility. Unfortunately for the athlete, his suspension
So it is a possibility, but
was not overturned.
Okay, never mind. He
Tatis
still
is
got
in a
suspended.
similar
Never mind.
position. In order to win an appeal, he has to prove the positive test was not the result of fault or negligence. Even if Tatis' story
don't dance like that, Tatis.
is
You're gonna
true,
break your arm.
He practiced extreme
You're gonna break-
negligence because all he had to do
Ooh, he
was
just
call the
winked
team
at me.
doctor and ask if the spray he was about to use for ringworm was legal. The doctor would have said no, and all of this would have been avoided.
Yep.
When team doctors suggested he get shoulder surgery, he didn't listen to them. When he crashed his motorcycle and
Again, that's not Fernando Tatis crashing, okay?
fractured his wrist, he didn't even tell them. So it seems like
Ouch.
Tatis doesn't trust team doctors, which may have costed him an 80-game suspension.
Yeah.
Or he just wanted to get a performance benefit and picked one of the worst PEDs possible.
Now that's nuts that he's picking that. I just don't get it. I really don't get it why these players have to do what they gotta do as far as doing performance enhancing drugs and all that other spiel when it comes to them being, I mean, he was out for most of the season and maybe he needed a boost, but that's not the right way to do it, man. Get back in the gym. Get back into training, get back into swinging that bat. You were doing so well in AA San Antonio. You're about to hit up to the AAA Chihuahuas, and then that's what happened, guys. What do you guys think about steroids being a problem in the Major League Baseball again, guys? I mean, you saw not even in the big leagues, but in the AAA, or not even the AAA, but the minors, they had 6 players suspended for 60 days as well, guys. So do you think it's another problem again, like the late 90s, early 2000s when we had Barry Bonds and everybody testify? I'm not too sure, guys, but make sure you guys leave your comments down in the comment section, guys. And like I said, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification to know when I put up another video. And hey, guys, we'll catch you in another banger, guys. So it's me, the Triple E, guys, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.